and spirit. Deliverance ministry.
Victorious living. Wherever there's fire, there's victorious living. You cannot have the Spirit of God with you without having victorious living. Whenever you get to know Jesus, you cannot live in the house of God without having victory in your life.
Mind, spirit, deliverance, ministry.
My sermon topic, an exposure, 2014, no rapture, just word. Revealing a lie with the truth. My sermon topic is mistaken identity revealed. Paul, I want you to write about it. Old Testament, I told Daniel to talk about it. New Testament, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, God began to reveal things again through Christ and Paul. And Paul begins to talk about things that Daniel talked about. And I like it because when God opened his mouth and tell you one thing, that same word is somewhere else in the Bible. Right. If you just look for it. There's nothing that God ever said in the Old Testament that he don't come right back in the New Testament and show you again what he said through somebody else. Paul talks about it. And Paul began to deal with it. And Paul says in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, he said, let no man deceive you by any means, in verse 3. For that day shall not come, the day of the Lord shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Everybody know that's the devil. All right? Who opposed and exalted himself. Who the Bible reading to right now? Who he talking to now? Who? The church. Who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. You gotta catch that. Woo. Somebody just shouted, then you missed that. You see what he just said? He said the same thing Daniel said in chapter 7. And in chapter 9, he said, when you see this, remember what we already were told to you. The Lord is not going to come until the Antichrist come first. All right. Do you see that? Once when he go down, he said, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Meaning God is holding the devil in heaven. But yet his spirits are on earth. And what God will do is let him go. So he can come down here and reign for a while. But what he said? And then shall that wicked be revealed. Somebody say revealed. 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 Mistaken identity revealed. Right. Ain't that something? Mistaken identity. Somebody thought he was Jesus. But look what Jesus just did. Look what he just told you. Mistaken identity. I'm revealing him now. That's not me. Watch this. And it says, and the Lord shall consume, whom the Lord shall consume, right, with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, all right, with all power and signs and lying wonders, with all deceivingness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the truth, receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, God will send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Somebody say we're feeling alive with the truth. Jesus Jesus is revealing live with the truth right here. He said, because I told you he was coming first, and you didn't want to believe that, I'm going to let him come to you anyway, because you don't want to believe that he's coming. I'm going to give you what you think you want, because that's what you want. You didn't want to be saved, because you want to tell me I've always heard what's going to happen. He said, but I had it written all the time what was going to happen. But because somebody else told you something, you don't want to believe the truth. Oh, the Bible said, take nothing from this book. And it's written right in front of our face. And out of 1,000 people, 950 will tell you, I believe in the rapture. And we're going to be gone before the devil comes. But he just wrote it right in front of your eye where you see the abomination of desolation sitting in the holy place. If you ain't here, then why he writing that to you? If the church is already gone, well, why he writing it to the church? That's the question you got to ask yourself. What, God telling a lie? God said, I'm not a man that I should lie. He just said, when you see it in the Old Testament, then Paul come back and said, and when you see him. And then he said, because you chose not to believe the truth, I'm going to send you what you want. So you can go and get in bed with him, that you might be damned. Ain't that something? Jesus said that. The Spirit of God said, he did say it. Read it. Since you didn't want to hear the truth. I'm going to give you mistaken identity. I'm going to give you what you think you want. So you can go and get in bed with it because you didn't want to be saved, because you want to tell somebody that I put here on earth to tell you the truth. You want to tell them what's not the truth. So you go and get what you want to get. But I know some people that ain't trying to go where somebody else going. I don't care where nobody else went at, where they going at, where they going to go. I'm going where the Lord called me to go at. And you can go wherever you want to go. But God called me to say, I'm going to sit right here until Jesus comes. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to hold on to what I got, to the Lord that saved me, and stay right where I am. It's a word that saved me. It won't nobody else's mouth that saved me. It's a word that saved me. It's a word that called me. It's a word that moves me. I don't care what nobody else says. I don't care what nobody else thought. I'm going to do what God told me to do. And he told me to stay right here. Don't go nowhere. Because when that hour comes, you ain't got to worry about what's going to happen to you. I've already made a way for you. I've already made a way of escape for you. You don't have to worry about what's going to go on. God already put it in a place that when the enemy comes, you won't get in bed with it, so you ain't going to get in bed with a lie. I already told you the truth. Ain't nobody going to lie down with somebody that try to take my soul. My soul is so bad that it's in there and follow somebody because they tell me what they think is right. I know what's right because it's in the Word of God. It's in the Word of God. I know what's right. I'm not going to listen to somebody preaching to me about what they think going to happen. I'm going to listen to somebody when they can show me in the Word what's going to happen. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to no other preacher. But get in the Word yourself and let us study and show ourselves approved. Stop listening to other people tell you what they think going to happen. And get in the Word. Jesus said to John and Patmos, he said, to the church of Philadelphia, the church of brotherly love, he said, chapter 3, verse 10, he said, when he comes, don't worry about it. I'm going to make a way of escape for you. That day, I'll make a way out for you. All right. And everybody think that he got to fly you away to make a way out for you. And all he's saying is, when he do come here, I'll move in the wilderness so you won't get in bed with him. You'll say, Father, because you have my seal in your forehead, and you ain't going to lay down with nobody that don't love you. I ain't keep with nobody. I got some persons on this earth that won't lay down with another. They'll stay with me. I don't care what they look like. Offer me whatever you got to offer me, but I'm staying with the Lord. I'm staying with the Lord. It don't matter about what you offer me. I'm staying in the Word. I'm going to stay right where he saved me. He said, stay there it got so good that he told John. He told him in Revelation chapter 9, he said, you can't touch those that have my seal. He told the devil, you can't touch them that have my seal in their forehead. You can't get with them. They ain't going to be with you. They already know who you are. And then he get down and say in Revelation chapter 20, and somebody still called me a liar. And I still did kill. They said, and Jesus said, and the throne will open, Revelation chapter 20. And those that were beheaded for the word of God and for his testimony, and those that had not received a mark in their foreheads or in their hands were given power. And they partook of the first resurrection.
All right.
So if you were gone, you would have been able to be here. And if you were gone, the word of God is a lie. Because God said the church was still there and it had to be tested. And then Revelation chapter 2 said, some of y'all going to be sent up before him. I got 7,000. Watch this. Elijah said, God made Elijah while you were high. And Elijah thought he was the only one walking with God. God said, I got 7,000 in Israel that won't get with a false God. Then he came right back to Paul the Roman, and Paul said, there still remain a remnant.
All right.
Of God is there. 7,000 that have never bowed the knee to the image of Baal. And we want to know what the image of Baal. Baal is a false God. And the image of Baal is the Antichrist. That means God, I got some children that will be here in the end. And when they come that time, they already know what they're here to do. It don't matter what nobody says to them. Say what they got to say about us. But I know why I'm here. 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 I'm here to stand up against them. I'm here to let God speak to me. I know why I'm here. Fly where you want to fly, but I know why I'm here. God said, I got 7,000 that never bowed the knee to the image of Baal. I got an elect still here right now. And when the end comes, they're going to overcome him by the blood of their testimony. They're going to get in that place. They're going to let me speak to them. And I'm going to tell them about how I crossed over. How I got a plan. When everybody called them a lie, they still stood with me. Nobody will take my crown. Don't let nobody take your crown. Don't let nobody take your crown. I don't care what they say about you. Don't let nobody take your crown. Your soul. There's other preachers in you. And they bear witness. Your soul is the most important thing to God. And should be to you. Whatever comes out of our mouth as preachers of the fivefold ministry, whatever you say, going to be turned back to you if you change God's word. I don't care if nobody's ever staying where I stand. But I know it's me. I'm still going to do what God put me into. Don't care what they say. I will never tell you what I think. I'll show you what's in the word. And if he puts you to preach this out, then you got to know the fire that trumps in the sea. You're in the end time. You're in a time of the fifth seal where God marked his children in the forehead with knowledge. Nothing can happen to God to get all his gospel be preached all over the world. But God got to let his children know what's going to happen. His elect is here now. And they know they got to carry out this gospel. I don't care who believes it. It was 7 churches in the book of Revelation. But God won't plead with you. Why? Well, these two had the word of the truth. They knew the truth. And you see both times the Lord said, Smyrna, you're going to be locked up in jail for 10 days. And they're going to put you before death with death, Satan. And you're going to have to give testimony before them. The family going to turn you. 3 going against 2. 1 will get taken. The one that's taken will try to come against you because you don't go where they go. Understand yourself. Mistaken identity. God said, It's a mistake to think that he's me. And I'm coming first. I gave you power over him. I don't have to come to get you. Great is he.
All right.
I told you in Luke chapter 16, chapter 10, verse 19, behold, I give you power to tread on serpents and scorpions. That means every work of the devil, I give you power over him. If I gave you power over him, why you want to run? When you already know the truth. He can't harm me. Somebody say he can't harm me. He can't harm me.
Mind, spirit, deliverance, ministry.